Hey, I'm Richard. Welcome to my kitchen. I'm back after a unplanned and somewhat long hiatus. But hey, everything's back to normal now. Or somewhat normal because it's still on lockdown. But anyways, I'm back with another recipe for you. This is something really easy. A handful of ingredients allows you to put your own spin on it and be creative, which that's what it's all about, right? Right. So what am I going to share with you today? Give you a hint. It's a little chilly outside. Yes, I'm going to show you my chili recipe. Fun fact about chili, there are a lot of strong opinions about what makes chili. Some people think that chili should not have any beans in it. It should just be meat and sauce, which to me that's a bolognese. Just with different spices, which seems weird. But I am of the opinion that chili can be anything you want it to be. You just got to have that simple base, a couple of spices to kind of give it that chili flavor, but from there, go nuts with it. So let me get all my shit together here and I will show you how to make a damn good chili. Okay, so like I was saying, it only takes a handful of ingredients. And one other quick note too, chili traditionally is like ground beef or like chunks of beef, but you can use turkey, you can use chicken. Chicken chili is actually really good, especially if you make it like a white chili. That'll be a different episode. But I'm gonna use turkey today, just because I don't really eat red meat. And but then the other stuff you're gonna need is, so your basic ingredients are, of course, your meat. I'm using turkey, but you could even use like vegan beef, fake beef stuff. But anyways, I'm going to use some black beans, some tomato sauce, some diced tomatoes, an onion that I'm learning how to juggle, and really the basic thing that you need to make it chili is some chili powder. That's really it. I'll add a few other things for mine, but this is what will get you started. All right, so we're gonna need some onion. I'm just gonna dice this up really roughly because it doesn't have to be pretty. I mean, I have to be pretty, but this doesn't have to be. And because I'm a little daft and because I've had several beers, I forgot about the garlic. Garlic is very important. Give it a little pop, give it a little peel. I made a mess of that one. And you don't have to do this, but I don't really like the little woody ends. I always cut those off. And then after that, just give it a nice mincing. Ready to move on to the next step. All right, next step is open your cans because prep it ahead of time. Don't drain your tomatoes or your tomato sauce. Why would you drain that? Anyways, beans though, you do want to drain the beans because the goo that they kind of stored in doesn't really go well in the chili. Some beans are easier to drain than others. Traditionally, kidney beans are used in chili. I'm bucking tradition and going with black beans. Black beans are a pain in the butt to get clean, but because their sauce is really thick. But do get it rinsed out pretty good, so that way it doesn't foul up the color and the kind of taste of the chili. Now that I've done my prep work, which took all of 5 minutes, I'm going to start cooking the meat. I usually just do medium high-ish and throw in a little oil so it don't stick. About, I don't know, tablespoon-ish. And then once this comes up to heat, we'll throw in the meat. Rhymed. And the onions, then the garlic, and it's gonna be so good. All right, so I got the meat in here. I got it started browning. I got the onions in here with it, letting them sweat a little bit. So as this is working, I'm going to go ahead and throw in just a little bit of salt, a little bit of pepper, do a little pre-seasoning, and bring over a few other spices and seasonings, because I'm going to make it mine. And as I may have told you before, I may have forgotten, I don't know, but don't put your garlic in till closer to the end when your meat's just about done. Otherwise, you will burn the garlic, overcooking it, and it will taste like crap, and your partner will remind you of this every time you make garlic. Ask me how I know. Now that the meat is pretty much done, it's cooked through, getting a little bit of brown to it, not much. It's turkey, so it's not going to really brown that much. We can throw in the rest of the ingredients. So I will toss in the sauce, if I can get it open. Don't try this at home. It's actually kind of bad for your knife. And then the diced tomatoes. Not really sexy, is it? And then the black beans, which makes a huge mess. Get that out of the way. We'll stir this up a little bit, get it started. We'll give it a round of seasonings, and then we're going to let it simmer for just a bit. So I'm going to give it just a little bit more salt, a little more pepper. I like to put some oregano in it. Call me crazy. My partner does call me crazy. Go ahead and do some of the chili powder. I'm going to do probably about a tablespoon. This is actually a half batch for me. I usually make bigger batches because it freezes really well, and I can have, I don't know, a couple of quarts of chili frozen that we can eat off of for months. And just because I'm crazy, I'm going to throw a little turmeric in here just because I really like it. It adds almost like this little bit of sweetness to it. Try it. Trust me. Trust me. All right, we're going to mix this really good. And then we're going to bring it up to a boil. And then right before I put the lid on it, I'm going to throw in one humble bay leaf. Put the lid on, put it on medium low, and let it simmer for about, I don't know, 20 minutes or so, since it's a smaller batch. And then we'll be ready to chow down. Oh, it's smelling good. Important step, remove the bay leaf because they're kind of gross to eat. So it's looking good. I want to do a little taste. Actually, I don't really think I need to add anything else to it. Now, of course, you'll notice I didn't add any hot sauce or anything because my partner doesn't like it too hot. I like to heat it up after the fact. But you can add hot sauce, you can add jalapenos. If you have fresh jalapenos, saute those with the onions and the meat and the garlic. And yeah, if you don't necessarily have an onion on hand or some garlic on hand, you can use garlic powder, onion powder. Again, the choice is yours. Do what you want. Do what sounds good to you. Chili is one of those great meals that you can make any way you like. It freezes incredibly well, and it'll get you through some tight money times because it's really cheap to make. So yeah, if it gets chilly where you are, make some chili. Yeah. See you next time. Oh, and because I haven't done this in a while, I forgot. Please subscribe. There's a subscription button somewhere right over here. And, leave a reply, leave a comment, give me a thumbs up. And check out my blog, richardbist.com. Links to all kinds of cool stuff. And that's it. Cheers.